All right, everybody. Now, before we get into the daily recap here, I wanted to just let you know about a special we have going on right now. I am knocking off 40% off of all three packages, silver, gold, and platinum. They all build on each other. The very base is going to be silver, which we're going to teach you these main patterns that I'm trading. And then you work your way up to gold, and then you work your way up to platinum, where I teach you Einstein, which is kind of the cream of the crop. That's where you're going to be able to project these levels that you see me trading. But as far as the patterns, always good to start off in silver. Now, if you do get gold, gold's going to include all the videos in silver. Obviously, if you get platinum, you're going to have silver, gold, and platinum. I teach the crystal ball. If you're not familiar with what I mean by crystal ball, because you don't see me talking about it in the morning show, you can find that on my website, innovativetradingstrategies.com, and or you can go to my YouTube channel. There are some videos on the crystal ball. Okay, so depending on whatever package you decide you want to start with, that's fine. You always have the option to upgrade. I can only say that right now, Einstein is only offered in the platinum package. Einstein will eventually be going away. I will not be teaching Einstein anymore, but you'll still have access to those levels in our live Zoom room that we are now do have activated. You're not going to find on the website. My web guy hasn't put in that information yet. But if all you want to do is just follow my trading like you do in the morning, but I do trade for 3 hours, and you want to watch me for the other 2 hours, and also with no delay because we go through Zoom instead of going through YouTube only, then you can do that. It's only $50 a month. You can watch me trade, look over my shoulder, watch me trade for a good 3 hours, and there's no delay, so you can watch it really right there live instead of having that 10-15 second delay that you see on YouTube. But right now, 40% off. That's going to end midnight Sunday, I think we have it set up. So that's going to end Monday at midnight. Be sure you go to innovativetradingstrategies.com. Check out that special. Also, shows you everything you're going to learn in each one of the packages. So this is time to get in, folks, because like I said, I don't know how much longer I'm going to offer Einstein to the public. Once I take it off the market, it's going to stay in its safe, so to speak. I'm not going to release any more of it. So that's it, and let's get to the recap. All right, everybody. This is going to be the recap for this Thursday. It's going to be the last day of the week because we have the Easter coming up, and so we're going to be closed tomorrow on Friday, but today is April 6th, 2023. First of all, look at what I started off with. Started off with the crude oil. Things were really choppy. Starting off, particularly in crude. Crude was really bad. So, first trade of the day, ended up buying crude pretty much to the high of this move. When it dipped down, I still had a target up here. I didn't have a stop yet, but I was looking for an add-on, so I went ahead and I added on this pullback, which is what I normally do. If I have a pullback and we haven't hit a stop, I'll go ahead and I'll add into it, waiting for a target to come up here. My only concern was that I know I was getting close to a short on natural gas, but sometimes natural gas and crude oil can run opposite of each other. So, I mean, that can't happen. Sometimes I'm long crude, sometimes I'm short natural gas, and, I end up making money. But it seems like they were pretty much working and moving together. So I went ahead and took the trade anyway, bought it, added as it came back down. Came down to my stop. I ended up taking an exit, exited long on this. I was in this trade. As you can see, I bought crude, got out at 9:40, got out at 9:41, so almost an hour later. I mean, it was just like I was in that trade forever, which is usually not a good sign when you hold on to a trade that long. But anyway, so I took a short and almost like selling it right on the bottom again. Took a short. It came back up to this entry point. I went and exited long, and that was it for me. I don't like to take more than 2 losses in a row, so I ended up losing a whopping $975. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this thing was pretty much just kind of sideways all day. So probably this is just like pre-holiday action. All the action was done the day before. sometimes we have a day, that Thursday right before Good Friday sometimes can be a really, really good market. So I don't necessarily shy away from it. But today was one of those cases where it's just, most of these were not going anywhere. But I did come in and I did trade, let's see here. I did take a nice little, natural gas. So I did actually take a natural gas short. And in fact, I'd mentioned this, that I was watching it during that first hour of the show, the live show. And it didn't actually hit until 30 minutes later, around 10:39. And so I went ahead and I took the short on natural gas. I added to it because I liked what I was seeing. Crude was weak. It definitely wasn't going up. But then again, crude really wasn't really going to go down. But I could definitely see weakness in there. And natural gas never hinted that it wanted to go up. So I went ahead and I jumped into the natural gas and ended up making a nice trade, 768 on that. Let's see what else. I played this was later in the day. I did play my mini Russell, which is one of my favorites, and I also played the mini S&P. So I came in first with the short on the Russell and got out of that. I did not look to take any buys on the mini Russell, though we did have some. But I did buy the E-mini S&P. Now, E-mini S&P is moving a little bit slower than the Russell. So I was in that trade for, it felt like forever. Let's see, I got in at 1337. I didn't actually get out till, once again, an hour later. I finally got out of it, made a nice little profit on that. So overall, not a huge day, but not a bad day considering that the market's overall pretty choppy today. So total 585 on that, and had a really good day though in stocks. Let's take a look at that. All right, so we'll take a look at LMNL first, and then we'll take a look here at my biggest trade, which was PALI. So anyway, entered LMNL. Didn't have a lot of volume. That was the only thing that concerned me this morning, but I did like the chart pattern. And when I was looking at Bookmap, I saw that we had a nice wall of buyers down here. And I didn't see a whole lot of selling, so I figured I'd go ahead and jump in on it and see if I can ride this thing a little bit. And unfortunately, I rode it for a long time. I got in this thing fairly early, and I didn't get out. I didn't actually exit here until right around almost 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock? No, I'm sorry, almost 4 o'clock. And I got out when I started seeing this. I felt that we weren't going to come up to these levels. And we started getting these single prints. All right. And I figured, okay, after going through all of this, it's just dead. I think we're just going to die into the close. I went ahead and got out. And, I was bouncing around from even to maybe up. I think the most I was ever up was maybe $30, $40. So when I was even, I went ahead and got out, ended up not getting the best of feels, but nonetheless, not bad. Got ahead, got out of that. Took a loss on that, but let's take a look at PALI. Both PALI and, INZY was good, yeah, but PALI was good, but BBLI was really good as well. A lot of good action on both of those. Also did a little bit of JDST, which is my favorite, but let's look at PALI. All right, so here's my trade in PALI. PALI, I had several targets up here, and I had this a little bit longer term. I really seen what things were going. Watching the market look like it was kind of quiet. I wasn't confident that we were going to get up this high, but I drew it in anyway. And I think honestly, if tomorrow was not a holiday, then I probably could have gotten up there, because we had a lot of interest when I entered in. I saw a wall of buyers. I didn't see a whole lot of selling coming in here. I liked the fact that when I hit entry, we were just kind of hanging around entry. The dip wasn't too far below my entry point, and then we hit target number one, target number two. Once it hit target number two and kind of flattened out, I went ahead and I got out. But at the same time, I believe that I didn't add down here, but I added again when it started coming back up again, and then I think I added again here. A little aggressive with PALI because once again, I liked what I was seeing on Bookmap. We had good volume. I didn't see a whole lot of selling on the book coming in, and I like patterns looked really good. I had a longer term. Not only did I have some shorter term targets, but I had that longer term target sitting up here. So, I was hoping that we would work our way up and then come down, but when it couldn't go anywhere. And I also, at this point, I started seeing that we were starting to balance out on the book. I was starting to see the sellers coming in, and I said, I'm going to not get out. But I still ended up having a really nice day. And it was very similar to my trade on INZY. INZY has been good over the last few days. So INZY, very similar type of trade in the sense that it did take off a little bit, but then it just died, and I think it went south for the rest of the day. I don't think this ever fully recovered until after markets. Yeah, see, after markets, it came up, but it really only came up to my entry point. So once again, Monday, I'm going to keep this target on the chart. I'm going to watch that for Monday because I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not back in the BBAI and trying to go for this target up here around 38. And that's it. So nice day on the stocks. And then that's going to wrap it up for the week. A little disappointed overall because even though I had a nice day, I just didn't see anything that was really just like, I had to do size to make any kind of money. Nothing was really going parabolic. The one that kept popping up a lot was, trying to think of the name of it. Man, I can't even remember, but it was one I wasn't trading. AMC had a ton of volume, but of course that's a big float. I mean, that's a big float stock. So that wasn't going anywhere. I got an AMC, but ton of volume, a lot of buying in there. JDST has always been my favorite, so I played a little bit of JDST. And that was it, but still overall not a bad day. And of course, remember tomorrow's Friday, Good Friday, so markets will be closed. For my students, we'll be back on Sunday night, and we'll be trading currencies again. Always love Sundays. We'll just have to wait and see how things are gonna turn out. This, we do have, it is Sunday, Easter Sunday, so I don't know, sometimes I'm surprised. Sometimes we have just a lot of really good movement, we have a lot of good momentum, and then there's times when it doesn't do anything. So, I'll be here to play it. If it's good, we'll take advantage of it, and if it's not good, then I probably won't be doing a lot of currency trading Sunday night, but definitely looking forward to Monday because we should see a lot of action coming in. Traders will get a little antsy when they can't trade on Friday, so, not trading for 3 days. For a lot of us, we want to come in and we want to try to hit it on Monday. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see Monday being an update. I don't know what the historics is on it, but it'd be interesting to take a look. What is the day after Easter? Is that normally an up day or is it normally a down day? I have a feeling it's normally an update. There are holidays where the percentages are pretty high, but I really don't know or remember what Easter was. But anyway, okay, so that wraps it up. Not a bad day. Wraps up the week, and then we'll be at it Sunday night with our students, and then Monday morning for everybody else. All right, everybody have a safe and enjoyable Easter if you celebrate Easter. Otherwise, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you all next week.